my name's Mary Burnett. I am your tarot reader, back again with the messages for the week of October 21st, 2024. And that means we are almost done with another month. This year continues to fly by. And as I've tuned into next week's energy, I can tell you it's a little frustrating. So be ready to pack your patience this week. Now, if you are new to my channel, you want to click on that subscribe button so that you know that these videos get posted on Saturday morning. I do the tarot cards along with an astro lesson, which goes very in detail to the energy that will be going on in the week ahead. And trust me, you will want to have a look at that breakdown. So of course, the link to that will be at the end of this video. You also want to make sure you go out to my website, marylyburnett.com. That's where all my free resources are, which includes all of my written material for this year, including the upcoming November horoscope, which has 3 lunar events, 2 new moons, and a full moon. One is technically happening either October 31st or November 1st, depending on location, but we got a lot going on. So once you are a member of my website, then you get these articles emailed to you directly. And also, if I do any specials or have any discounts, you get notified first because they will go out in one of those articles, which I still have because it's intense the rest of the year. A really good discount for specifically new moons, full moons, eclipses. If you didn't know what the heck just happened to you, it's still beneficial to take a look at what the eclipse energy is doing, because we are finishing some faded work from now until mid-January. So you still want to be well prepared for that. All right. Then I will get us started by pulling a card for Aries through Pisces. Of course, be sure and listen for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. That way you'll get a full view of the week ahead. And with that, let's get started with Aries. All right, Aries, this can be a very sentimental week for you ahead because you have the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is very much associated with memories from the past. It can have you connecting with people from your past as well, childhood friends, old lovers. There's something about nostalgia this week that could be really important to you. Just don't get stuck too much in the nostalgia that you're not dealing with the things that you need to deal with this week as well. But the good thing is 6 of Cups is a very happy, emotional energy. It's very joyful. And it is definitely a time where it is worth sharing your feelings and your love with other people. All right, so drop a heart, Aries, and I'll send one back. Next, we have Taurus. All right, Taurus, it would appear as though there's some toxicity involving your finances going on this week. So something doesn't smell right. So this is not a week for you to engage in any kind of financial endeavor. I wouldn't start something new financially because it may turn out to be not in your best interest. So just be very, very wary. If you have to sign a contract or do anything as far as your finances go this week, have somebody else look it over for you with a fine tooth comb. Now, if you're finding yourself struggling financially for some reason, then this is a week where you want to connect with people that can help you. Is it a budget you need? Is it a business plan you need? Is it fixing your mindset when it comes to money? Whatever is going on this week that is basically a toxic behavior, you want to get out of that. Now, the good news is the number 5 is all about change. So you don't have to be stuck in this current situation. You absolutely can break free from it, but you got some work to do, Taurus, and I know you're not afraid of that. So drop a coin, a dollar, something, and connect to the positive financial flow, and I will send some back. Gemini. All right, Geminis. I think this is a repeater card for you. The Four of Pentacles shows up when we are a little too reserved when it comes to our finances. And sometimes I see this card when you're literally being kind of standoffish and keeping yourself kind of locked away from other people. But if it's your finances you're worried about, just sit down and do an honest review of your budget, right? Where can you make some changes? Where can you make sure that you're giving to others so that you benefit from that flow? You know, sometimes we forget to even, giving change at the grocery store or setting up even a $5 donation every month. We need to always be giving in order to be receiving, in order to make sure that that's in balance. But this is a week with that number 4 energy where you do want to create a good structure, a good foundation for yourself financially. So just slow down. Instead of being worried, just put it on paper, put it down in black and white, and then get a clear picture. And then I think your worries will disappear for you. So you can drop a little emoji for money, and I'll drop one back, and we'll see if we can get you on solid ground. Next, we have Cancer. Wow, we have 3 pentacle cards in a row. So something about money and finances is going to have our attention in this week ahead. 2 of Pentacles shows up, Cancer, when you are pretty busy as far as making money, which of course means, for most of us, something to do with the work that you do. You're juggling a lot of priorities, which means you're probably taking on too much yourself, and you want to make sure you do a better job of delegating this week so that, like the number 2 says, you can have balance as far as your finances go. But if you keep going at the pace you're going, you're just going to burn yourself out. So take a good look at your priorities this week. How many of those balls that you have juggling up in the air do you really need to own? And how many of them can you actually hand out to other people and have them take some ownership of that instead? So just keep in mind, if you're at a low point financially, then you're going to be at a high point this week. And if you've been at a high point financially, you may find yourself dipping down into a low point. Just bring yourself to a place of centeredness and at peace, no matter which end of the spectrum you are at, and you will manage to get through this week just fine. You too can drop an emoji that has something to do with finances, and I'll send one back. Next, we have Leos. All right, Leos. You have the 6 of Swords this week. And so that means it is time for you to move on from a situation that has been taxing on your mind, right? The swords are about the thoughts we think. And there is a situation that you've been in that's been really, really difficult and probably a little bit on the dark side of things. And so you're being given signs this week of where you need to head next. And it is on to something that will be happier and more joyful for you to become a part of. So just know there's nothing to worry about. You're not missing out on anything. When you move on and you move forward, the things that are meant for you will be showing up. So there are definitely sunnier shores ahead for you, Leos. So just be ready to move on. Don't stay attached to things that no longer serve you. Because again, the energy of 6 is something joyful waiting for you. But you can't get to it if you stay stuck where you're currently at. All right, drop a sword, Leo. I'll drop some back, and we'll see if we can get you to break free. All right, Virgos. All right, Virgos. The Justice card is showing up for you this week, and this is the number 11. So this is a master number, so it's an important week. And of course, this is a major arcana card as well. So justice is about things being fair and equal and balanced. So something You could have a legal situation that gets resolved favorably for you. You could be signing a contract that, again, after some fighting, is working out in your favor. So it's a good time for you this week. And it's really important that you stand up for yourself this week as well. Because justice will be served, right? Means that those, including yourself, who are not doing the right thing will have to make some major changes this week and be held accountable. So, of course, hold yourself accountable. But this to me looks like justice is on your side and things are working out in your favor in a big way. So, I can't wait to hear what this is for myself. And for you other Virgos out there, drop a scale emoji and I'll drop one back and let's see if we can't find that justice we seek. Next we have Libra. All right, Libras. You have, of course, the Two of Cups, which is all about relationships, which is what your sign rules. Now, the Two of Cups is one of the cards that we typically see when we're interacting with a soulmate this week, which doesn't have to be just a lover. It could be a very good close friend, a part of your soul family. But there's something important about the two of you coming together this week, which can help you find balance again emotionally, right? Two is about balance. The cups are our emotions, and our soulmates can really help ground us when we're feeling out of sorts emotionally. And then, of course, some of you are actually calling in and going to be meeting with and interacting with a soulmate this week. So that sounds like a great week ahead for you, Libra. So enjoy that. Again, drop some love and I'll drop some back and let me know who you meet. Scorpios are up next. Wow, the cards are so interesting this week. Lots of twos, lots of balance. So Scorpio, you have the Two of Swords. And that means there's some situation going on that you're just not dealing with, right? It's like you're putting off the decision. You may be weighing it back and forth 1,000 times and you're literally stuck. So it's time to just make a choice. And anytime I've had this card in the past, I've told people, look at the symbols in this card, ask that one of them appear to you, assigning, is it the flowers, is it the bunny, is it the rooster, to whatever your choices are. And then the first one you see, and no going back on what you commit to, that's it. That's the decision. So you don't have to stay stuck anymore. And you definitely are going to be unhappy and miserable and feeling out of balance if you don't get this off of your mind. So choose and move forward, Scorpios. And again, drop those two swords. I'll send some back and let's see if we can move you on. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, you have another major arcana card that I'm slowly bringing up to you because I dropped it on the floor. All right, so this is the Hermit card. And this is a card where in order to shine a light for other people, you may need some time on your own and in your own little world where you can do some inner reflection. And whatever you uncover, right, in this time of solace is something that you can share with other people and they can learn from as well. So there's something that you are meant to share with the world. And of course, a major arcana card means it's something really important. This, if you've heard the story before, I apologize, is how I named my tarot and astrology business, was by pulling this card. And I am meant to be a guiding light for others. That's what came up. I thought, okay, that's a nice, I like that, right? So you are meant to be a guiding light for others. This is the number 9 in this deck. And so that helps bring something to completion as well. Whether it's something that ends for you or you help somebody else end a journey that they're on, it's an important week. So drop some light. I'll drop some back and keep me posted, Saggies. Next, we have Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns, you have the Five of Cups. So this is something that can feel extremely disappointing, and it can turn into a huge pity party if you don't stop focusing on what disappointed you. It's done. Whatever this thing is that has you so upset, it's done. It can't be undone. You can't shoulda, woulda, coulda it. It's in the past at this point. And so this is a reminder that even though there are things going on that are very disappointing, not all things going on are a disappointment. And you want to practice gratitude this week. And literally you can walk around, and as you're walking, just appreciate how blue the sky is or how gray the clouds are, depending on where you're at. And just appreciate the little things. It will help you get past whatever this huge disappointment is, and then invite in things that, again, you can appreciate again. So that number 5 energy helps change our emotional being. That's what you want. Instead of staying stuck in disappointment, you want to do the work and create the change, and then you'll be able to move forward. All right, keep me posted. Next, we have Aquarius. All right, this is a great card. This is the wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune, and again, another major arcana card. So things are moving in your favor, Aquarius, which is always nice. And this can be an opportunity for you to be moving, taking a trip, doing something with a vehicle, right? This is the wheel. But the Wheel of Fortune is literally turning in your favor this week. So keep that in mind. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune turns in our favor and we don't realize it in the moment. So don't get frustrated or upset when it seems like you're hitting a roadblock. Just slow down, take a breath, and wait and see why the delay was necessary. Because there's always a reason. Whenever we're frustrated, whenever we're upset, slow down and just take a pause, and then go back to whatever you were trying to do later, and suddenly things will start flowing. That's the kind of week you have ahead. And that number 10 becomes the number 1, which is, again, a big, new, huge, favorable opportunity for you, Aquarius. So let me know in the comments what that ends up being. I know I have a few Aquariuses who follow me, and so I can't wait to hear how this is going to go. Last but not least, we have Pisces. I love this card in this deck. It just always makes me so happy to see it. It's so cute. So this is the Ace of Wands, which is about creation, right? There is an opportunity that is handed to you this week, and you can bring something new to life, right? And wands are things that we're passionate about. It could be a new love, it could be a new hobby, but it's something that just literally makes your heart sing when it crosses your path. And that's great news. So dig into that. Play with the color red, play with fire this week, safely, of course, and see if you can't create the spark. And then again, remember the number 1 is going to bring you a new beginning. So the wands, the aces, is a hand of God coming down from the heavens and providing you with the opportunity. Now, you got to show up and you got to take it. So drop that fire emoji. I'll send one back and see if we can get those flames going. All right. As usual, by the time I get to the end of all the card readings, I think, what an interesting mix of energy we have in this week ahead. So I know why, because I've looked at the astrology in the week ahead. It's in my October monthly horoscope already, and it will be a tutorial on my astro lesson where I break it down day by day and go into it a little bit more in detail, of course, than I do in the write-up. So hopefully you will join me there. Hopefully you will refer me to somebody else that can benefit from this. And of course, I'd love to work with you. So go to my website, marileeburnett.com, book a session with me, and definitely enjoy these upcoming weeks because things are all getting ready to change in 2025 and you're going to want to be ready. So all the things, cleaning the house, purging, cleansing our body, getting rid of the emotional things that have drug us down. That's the work you have to do through the end of this year. So get it done. You don't have time to look back at the past in 2025. You are shifting and changing. Timelines are shifting and changing. It's going to be incredible. And you just want to have all the stuff out of the way so you can hit the ground running. All right. I look forward to hearing your stories about the week. Keep up those comments, ask your questions. I love responding to you. Hope you have an amazing week. Use the tension for good. And I will talk to you next week. Take care, everybody. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Go check out the Astro lesson also on my YouTube channel to see the full week broken down day by day. Take care.